Hi, 大家好，我係 Marguerite and welcome to my little Cantonese corner. But you'll notice I'm not in my little Cantonese corner because I'm here with Kelly C
Hello.
of TasteX, and we're in his.
I shouldn't say hello. I should say 你好.
你好. And Kelly has TasteX with Vienna, and they make kombucha and other things that are great for gut health. But today we're talking Cantonese, and I've got some questions for you.
Okay, shoot.
Okay, how would you say this is my friend?
佢係我個朋友。
我個朋友啊。Would you ever say 呢個係我嘅朋友?
Yeah, you can also say that.
So what's the difference between the 我個朋友 and 我嘅朋友?
我嘅朋友, well, in my opinion, it's like this friend belongs to me.
Yes.
呢個係我個朋友. This is my friend.
Correct. Okay, so what's the other one? 我個朋友.
個 is like an object. This object is
Yes.
my friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, because we had this question come up, and I asked a whole bunch of different of my friends that are from Hong Kong. So I can't believe I just said you're correct, because obviously you're correct, and I'm the one that's learning.
No,
but
some local people might not answer the same.
they didn't. In fact, I was going to say I asked 3 different friends, and they were all like, well.
No, because local people, actually, you're right, because local people, they speak it too often and they don't think about it. And it's because I've been overseas for a long time.
Yeah.
I actually try to learn local culture and language.
Yeah.
And I sort of dissect it more.
Yes, yeah. You think about why you're doing it, right? Yeah, same. Because at first I'm like, because in the book that we were using, right, they taught the ge. The ge
is always like belonging
to, the possessive, right? But then it was But then we discovered that in saying it, it was like 我個朋友, 我個. So I'm like, wait a minute, is it go or ge? And then we did come up with the distinction between the possessive ge and then the go. So that was one question that we had. So thank you very much. So what's the difference in Cantonese when you cross over into Shenzhen? Do you notice a difference? And what are some of the differences regional differences?
The major difference is the Hong Kong, they put a lot of English words in it. That's the major.
Really?
Sometimes when the Cantonese people speak Cantonese, they sound more like the traditional old-timer Cantonese.
Right.
Because I think the Hong Kong Cantonese changed a lot since the 60s. Okay, that's a big migration after the Cultural Revolution, right?
Right.
The Cantonese, the Guangzhou Cantonese, sounds like the people from that era.
Oh, interesting.
The Cultural Revolution, refugee era.
Right.
But the young people today, they speak what we call lazy Cantonese.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of like slang and
the
tone is not 9, it may be just 2 or whatever.
The go is go.
It's lazy Cantonese we call it, but but in my opinion, it's not lazy Cantonese. It's just the language evolved.
Yes,
and it's evolved like diverge from the real Canton, Guangzhou, now Cantonese.
I sometimes wonder if, like in Chinatowns around the world, if they maintain not only older traditions because they're kind of stuck in a time warp, kind of, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if their Cantonese is even more, not pure, but you know what I mean, like a timestamp from their era.
Well, Chinatown people are mostly from Hong Kong.
Right.
Yeah. Only recently.
I was going to say, recently though.
Recently, the past 5 years, 5 years is from Mainland China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because more and more are speaking Mandarin now. Well, in the States, the only experience I have, but going back to the States, and I'm surprised at how many more people are speaking Mandarin.
Yeah, because also from Mainland China.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of the Chinatown, Hong Kongese, I call it, is actually from the immigration wave after the 97 turnover.
Yes.
Handover. not hangover,
Yeah.
the handover of the 97, they
Right.
tried to escape from the communist China,
Yep.
which, well, the disaster did not come.
Were you in Hong Kong in '97?
Well, that's why my father sent me overseas to escape that
Oh,
scare
I
too.
was
Because
here. So you
because
weren't-
that's the June 4th
right,
thing, right?
89,
Yeah.
June 4th, 1989.
Yeah, that's the big
Tiananmen
thing.
Square massacre.
Well, I was away then before because
Right.
actually when they announced that they're going to turn the whole thing back to China, that's my father when they decided to move overseas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people did. That it was
Yeah.
the big brain drain.
Yeah.
But I, on the other hand, I arrived in '88 and then stayed the entire time, and I haven't really left. So
Yeah.
yeah. But everything was fine.
Yeah.
At that time, I remember we were living in Happy Valley when Tiananmen Square happened and all the
Everyone was shocked.
the marches.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's through the streets. But as usual in Hong Kong, everything is so, I don't want to say contained, but it's just so. There's no riots. There's no breaking stuff up. Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very
Yeah.
calm, very orderly.
It was parade and stuff.
Yeah, and we were in
call
Happy
it.
Valley.
Yeah.
We could see over the racetrack,
yeah.
and they all had the gathering
Yeah,
inside the
gathering, yeah.
racetrack, and it was pretty cool. So,
Yeah. Well, interesting.
yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time, and yeah. So maybe if we have some more questions, I'll be picking your brain.
Good.
So, all right.
Yeah. Subscribe, like.
Thank you. Yes, if you like what you see, give me a big thumbs up below.
And if you've got questions,
subscribe.
ask.
Definitely ask below, because I love, as Kelly said, I like dissecting this and figuring out why they do what they do, because sometimes there's no reason. It's just that's the way there's so much slang, like you said,
Yeah.
and like improper ways of writing, not improper, but Cantonese ways of writing
Yeah.
things that aren't formally, they're not part of the written.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and lots of stuff to talk about. So we will talk to you again.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.